Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Hi, good morning, Cecil, and good morning for those who have already written on the conversation chat area. So thank you so much for attending to this monthly ASEA European breakfast call. I am maybe a new face to you. So actually, I'd like also to take several minutes to introduce myself before starting this call. And now it's 4 minutes past to 8. So I'm going to start. Actually, my name is Xiaoying Chloe Demai, as you can see on the screen, maybe. I'm not such new. I joined the company already almost 2 years, but very raw. I'm here to conduct the breakfast call because usually it is a role for Randa, my colleague. So my name is Chloe Demai. I'm a business development manager for ASEA Europe. Many of you might not yet know or meet me since I'm in the company. So I think it is also my huge pleasure or opportunity for me to introduce myself to you all. So I was born actually in Shanghai, in China. So I moved to France at my younger age. I graduated from a French university and started my career as merchandiser for traditional business and at multinational companies such as L'Oreal, such as Yves Rocher. So you can see that in the earlier of my career, I did nothing to see with net marketing industry. Starting from 2015, I joined a leading marketing industry, starting from there. I worked as sales manager for some of leading network marketing companies. And in 2019, in November of 2019, I joined ASEA as business development manager. So currently I'm based in Paris and working quite closely and also exclusively with French-speaking leaders, associates, as well as with Chinese community as well. From sitting in Paris, but have a coverage over Europe. So well, now you know more about me, I believe. So let's start today's meeting and today's sharing. So as announced through the posting on our Facebook, I'm going to share my screen. Maybe it's easier for you to follow me. So in our agenda, we will be welcoming Ambassador Triple Diamond from Australia, Mr. Malcolm Swart, to share his success story and also his experience on building a large ASEA organization over the world. Malcolm did many things before starting his career in the network marketing in 90s. But in 2016, he found still himself struggling financially. And being a father of 8 children, he decided to fight back in order to offer a better future to his kids. Then he met across ASEA, and he was attracted by the unique nature of the technology and the potential, not only for the products, but also for the business. Of course, the value and the integrity of ASEA company attract him also very much as well. So he started to put his heart on developing ASEA business. So Malcolm today is, of course, passionate about his ASEA business, but family is always and is still counting always for him, counting firstly for him. So he is spending as much as possible his time with his family, with his kids, and definitely he wants to leave a legacy to his children of hard work and integrity. So by the time I'm introducing him, he is actually on the way to drop off his kids to the school now. So he will be joining us a bit later, actually. So in the meantime, I would like to make a reminder on the most important ongoing enhancement that either from European wise or from global wise. So this is me. So I introduced already myself. So let's go on. Malcolm will join us a bit later. So what's going on in ASEA Europe? And you may already quite know about emerging leaders training, because we have implemented this training since last year, and this incentive met quite a lot of success, because we got quite a much number of qualifiers from last year, and due to you see the COVID restriction, the training did go through in a virtual way. So since last year, since from the success from the last year, we decided to continue to roll out the same incentive over this year. And as you can see, the qualification started from the 3rd of July, and that will be ended on the last day of December. So regarding the qualification criteria, I think nothing is changed. We kept exactly the same thing comparing to last year. So there are 4 things to be considered. If you are EMP earner, if you are paid at direct 700 or above for at least 13 weeks during the qualification period, if you are successfully completing 2 fast forwards, and if you will have at least 1,500 personal enrollment volume, at least, again, over this period of time. And the good news is you don't need to meet the entire 4 criteria. We ask you only to try to qualify to fulfill 2 out of 4, regardless which 2 ones. Only 2 out of 4, in case you meet those 2 out of 4 criteria, you are immediately qualifying to this emerging leader trainings. So together with the qualifier of last year, because they did only online training, so they will be invited also to, together with you, to celebrate, to attend a celebration event that will be organized by the corporate, by ASEA Europe in next February in Munich. So event date, as mentioned here, event date will be on 2 days, from 19th of February to 20th of February, and in a hotel not very far from the Munich office, because we know that the headquarters of Europe, ASEA Europe, is located in Munich. And in the event of celebration, we will be spending 1.5 days to offer you an advanced leadership training. So many experts from ASEA, from ASEA internal experts will be attend to conduct trainings, but also we will be inviting external experts also to attend that training. And the very exciting news is this training, this celebration event has been already saved at the agenda of our founder, Taylor Norton. So he will be also attending to this celebration event. He will be also with us in February in next year. So until now, we have got already those 44 qualifiers for that emerging leader training. So right now, as you can see that right now we are only in the middle of October. So we are still in the middle of the qualification period. So we have more than 2 months of time to be able to get qualified for attending this specific moment together with Taylor Norton. And from the global wise, you see that starting from the 11th of September, from the Nashville Convention, we have implemented some very interesting enhancements. Those enhancements are aiming at reinforce our strategy, which is the next level strategy. And one thing is very important because among the next level strategy, we have also something called organic growth plan. So those 3 enhancements are taking part of this organic growth plan. And so since September's Nashville Convention, globally, we are running those 3 enhancements, 3 incentives, the 3 promotions, whose purpose is, of course, is to support a stable Direct 300 rank. Because we all know that the Direct 300 rank is the core rank of our business. Starting from the bronze and above until the top of the plan, we need the 300 legs. So having the more the 300 legs that we have, better for us to grow, better for us to get our rank advanced, better for us to get paid. Reason why ASEA decided to really implement very interesting incentive or enhancement to help you to stabilize your business by building more and more Direct 300 legs. So drive to Direct 300. So for new associates registered after the 11th of September, he or she has the possibility to get a one-time payment of $300 if he or she is qualified to the rank of the Direct 300 full-time during the 12 commission weeks right after the registration. So this specific incentive is really, tailor-made for the new people who joined us after the Nashville Convention. And globally, in average calculation, we know that more or less, if we are paid as Direct 300, we can expect to earn as an average more than $500 of bonus monthly. And to be able to do that, we need also to consider to generate about 600 points of volume from your binary tree. So, putting the effort on generating 6-point volume every single week, you will be paid as Direct 300. So once you get paid at Direct 300 full-time following the 12 weeks after the registration, you will get this $300 as a one-time payment to compensate your effort on the business. So this was about around the drive to Direct 300. So once again, here is some words to details what I have mentioned just right now. This incentive will last for 6 months. So this will be ended in the middle of next March. Fast start +5 It is very simply understandable. Fast start bonus is one of the most simple, it is not most simple, but it is the most popular bonus that every associate wants to try to get it. Fast start. When you enroll someone based on the volume that your new people will buy, you will get 20% on the volume of their purchase. So this is in a simple way to explain what is the bonus of fast start. But how about the fast start plus 5? Meaning that as if you are paid as direct 300 during the commission week where you enroll people, you will get 5% more as fast start bonus instead of 20% originally. So you will get a 25% of fast start bonus instead of 20%. And of course, if you are not paid as direct 300 when you enroll people, nothing changed, nothing will be changed. Still, you get 20% of fast start bonus. The only thing is, in this case, the additional 5% will be given to the next active paid direct 300 or higher upline in your sponsorship tree. So this will not change at all. Another important part of building a solid business with as many direct 300 legs as you can build is the retention. Because we all know that in a real life, people come and go. People come and go. And we all wish that, and we know that you are doing a lot of efforts to keep people grow, to keep people, in the team, and to keep people, loyal to ASEA, and to keep people, growth with you. But in a real life, again, people are coming, are going out, etc. So it is something in moving. So we know perfectly what you are doing, like effort to really keep people, motivated, really keep people to be with ASEA. So we want to help you to call them back. We want to assist you to make people stay. So hence we miss you incentive. So hence the we miss you promotion that will last for three months of time, meaning that in the middle of December, we miss you will be over. So starting from, again, the same date as Drive to 300 as to Fast Start plus 5, the promotion of We Miss You will be ended on the 10th of December. The We Miss You promotion gives you something very exceptional, something very exciting to offer any associate who has not placed any order in the past 90 days and more. So now through until the 10th of December, any associates who hasn't placed any orders in the last 19 days and above, and even more, will have 3 ways to be reactivated. 3 ways to be reactivated. Way number 1. It is a simple way to express. Way number 1, what is it? What will be, or what is going up for the way number 1? And for the specific categories of category of associates, they have enrollment pack in their shopping cart once again. So when they click on the shopping cart, they will see once again all the available enrollment pack appeared in their shopping cart. And also all the enrollment pack will have a discounted price, because all packs will have it is not will have, because it is an ongoing promotion. So so all the packs now has a discounted price of 50%. So price is lower than usual. So it becomes very interesting for them to reconsider to buy this enrollment pack. So if they buy one of available enrollment pack at the discounted price, they will be considered as reactivated account. So this is the way one. And the way two, what is? Way two is very simple, because if the associates, they don't want to buy, they don't want to buy any enrollment pack, they have also the possibility to reactivate their accounts. They need only to reset their auto ship right now. So if they reset the auto ship and keep it for at least 4 consecutive months, then they will receive an extra 100 royalty points. So this is the way two, also quite simple to understand. And as I mentioned before, we have also the third way. The third way is also very simple, is to combine the way one plus way two. So for an inactive account, if she or she wants, she has, of course, the possibility to not only to buy one more time the enrollment pack at a discounted price, but also they can reset immediately the auto ship. So the way three is do the easy ways and get the maximum benefits from this We Miss You program. So for the We Miss You promotion, we are not only incentivizing the inactive associates, but also we are thinking about their sponsors. If an inactive associate chooses to place an enrollment pack within enrollment pack with 15% of discount, then his or her sponsor will get 10% bonus on the full volume of the discounted enrollment pack. So this is also very interesting way to thank the efforts coming from the both parts. So we are hoping very much that those three enhancements would make your way of growth smooth as you advance through the ranks. And from the Nashville, we announced also. From the Nashville, the qualification of 2022 Ascent was also announced. So as you may already pay attention, from this year, something is changed. The criteria of the qualification is changed. And the location, the destination, and the way for organizing the trip is changed as well. And the lucky thing is the criteria, even though it is changed, but as we are sitting from Europe, we got already familiarized with the criteria, because from the global level, the criteria for the Ascent now is aligning with our European trip. That means that the criteria will be made up of 2 things. One is the incremental PGV3. Another thing is the personal enrollment volumes. So we are requiring to get more PGV3 volume for more than 20,000 point volume. One, and secondly, we are requiring to get 1,000 personal enrollment volume. Once you will fulfill those 2 criteria, you are qualifying to the trip. And from the European wise, the destination of that trip will be in Cyprus, a very famous and interesting places. So it's been 2 years that we don't meet each other physically at European level to celebrate our success, to listen, to learn from each other. So we are really, really looking forward to seeing you again. At first in Munich in next February, and also in next June in Cyprus. So, so those are the 3 important things that I wanted to make a short reminder before Malcolm is joining us. So now I see Maud is already there. So thank you so much, Maud. maybe you don't meet me again, but I believe that we met each other in Lyon's convention, if I recall well. So actually, Render is not available, so I take over his his role to host this meeting, this monthly breakfast call. So thank you again so much, Mel, for your availability to accept our invitation to this European breakfast call. And I have already introduced you a little bit before you are joining the meeting. So maybe before taking over, before you take over, the speech, can I allow myself to ask you to introduce you once again about your success story?
With ASEA, well, I started my journey with ASEA in February 2016, and you know, my early journey with ASEA was it actually wasn't very fast. One of the things is I think people look at the glory, but they don't see the story. So I kind of struggled in the early stages with the business in the early 2016, and the reason that I struggled was I was really struggling with me. I was struggling with my mindset. I was struggling with my belief, and people find that hard to believe now because I have a great rank with ASEA today. But it wasn't easy for me.
We are losing you. Hello, Mao. Are you still there? We cannot hear you, or we cannot see you anymore. Yeah. Okay, I believe he's reconnecting now.
Sorry, I think maybe the phone call cut the signal off, so I apologize for that.
No, you're welcome. Yeah, you're back. You're back now.
I'm back. So it was a struggle, and I know for a lot of people, the process of building an ASEA business is sowing and reaping, and I think all too often people expect to reap and sow in the same season. They're quite separate. So, but that was my early stages, and then in 2016 and 2017, I ranked to diamond, double diamond, triple diamond. In fact, I hit those 3 ranks within about 5 weeks. 2018, I reached Ambassador Double Diamond, and early 2019 reached the Ambassador Triple Diamond level. So, it's been a great journey. I'm very grateful to Virtus, very grateful to, my personal sponsor, Danny Doyle. Most of you will have heard of Danny Doyle. So I'm very grateful for the opportunity. I don't know what I would be doing if it wasn't for ASEA. I might be driving for Uber or something like that right now. I don't know. So, I'm very grateful for the opportunity. So 2 things that I don't know how much time that I have, Chloe, but Reinder asked me to kind of talk about 2 things, I guess, that are very close to my heart. One of them is the work that I do in Tanzania. And so there's a story behind that I would like to share with you. There's a couple of stories I think that are important with that. I read a great book. Many of you might have read a great book called The Richest Man in Babylon. And it's about the principles of creating wealth. And of course, one of the principles of creating wealth, I think, is to give. And so, in that book, in The Richest Man in Babylon, he talks about, tithing, giving away 10% of what you earn. And there's great principles in giving. There's great principles of success in gratitude. I've learned this in the last few years, being grateful, and also, giving away to those less fortunate than ourselves. sometimes I think, and I'm not a socialist, I'm very much a capitalist, but the incomes that the higher ranking associates with ASEA earn, we don't need all that. We can give a lot away and still have a very nice lifestyle. So I think it's important to, have that as a philosophy of being able to, give to those less fortunate. And, one of the things I do with the leaders that I work with, the leaders that I help to grow their organizations. And that is, when you start making enough money after Diamond, I want to take some of it off you, and we go and build some more houses in Tanzania. So we go and help those less fortunate. But that story started back in 2004 when I went to climb Kilimanjaro. And I was out walking with a gentleman called Livingstone, who today has become a very close friend of mine, and really is the hands-on in Tanzania. He handles the construction. He's really like the coordinator over there these days for me. But we went out for a walk with him for a few hours before we went up Kilimanjaro. And at the end of the walk, I was walking down this road with him, and I saw this lady holding a little baby. She had 4 or 5 other little children around her. And I said to Livingstone, I said, where does she live? Where does that lady live? And he pointed to this, what I thought was an animal shelter, like a pigsty. And I'm looking at him to see, and looking at where he's pointing, and thought, oh, maybe I didn't see the right place. And I said, no, where does she live when she goes to sleep with her little children? Where does she sleep? And he pointed back to this pigsty. And I just couldn't help. I don't know, something happened. I thought, that's not right that people have to live, in this world, in conditions like that. I said, where's her husband? And he said, he's an alcoholic. He left her with all these little kids, and she had no way to provide for herself, and had no way to change, the lifestyle she had. So at that point, I went back to Australia and organized a charity dinner, and on that one night raised enough money to be able to build her a new home. By our standards, very modest, but by her standards, it was like a palace, really. And that was in 2004. We didn't make the top of the mountain. We missed the mountain. We didn't get to the summit in 2004. So a group of us, it was 11 of us, went back in 2006. And we saw the house. It was finished, but it wasn't furnished. It had no furniture in it. They were sleeping on the concrete floor. So I said to Livingstone, what's it going to cost to, furnish the house? And he made a little list of, beds and linen and sheets and blankets and cupboards and things like that. And it was like $1,000 or something like that. So we each put in $100, and we did that. And so it was fully furnished. And then after that, I did some more work for them. But of course, things didn't go very well for me after that. I won't go into all that now, but I kind of lost everything. And so my ability to help over there was cut short. But Livingstone and I kept in touch. We kept communicating, and he kept, praying for me and believing that one day, things would turn around. And of course, they did start to turn around. And then in 2017, we started building houses again over there, and doing that. And for me, it's been a dream. It's a big part of why I continue to build the ASEA business, to help people over there. I love the country, love the people. To date, we've now built 6 houses. Tyler Norton very kindly built the last one. He paid for the last, and he and his family built the last house. And they're all named. The first one was the House of ASEA. The second one was the House of Verdis Norton, the House of Bonnie Norton, the House of Tyler Norton. The last one was in my name. There's one other, and then the next one we're building on a joint venture with a triple diamond in my business called Lorene Bavart, who likes to be known as Wonder Woman. So this one is going to be called the House of Wonder Woman. And so the next, I've got 2 other ones on the go on joint venture basis with people in my organization who are also helping. So, the plan that I have with that is to build 8 houses a year over there, because with 8 houses a year, it keeps all of the builders going as well, all the people that work on the block laying and the concreters and the roof, people that put the roof on, and the ceiling fixers. And so it's not just helping the families we build for, but it's also helping all the people that work on the construction. So that's a goal for next year. This year we'll probably do 4 houses this year. Next year we want to get up to 8 houses, and then kind of scale it from there. So, the more diamonds I can help go diamond, the more money I can take from them, and we can go and build more houses over there. So that's a really big part of, for me, the future, the dream, a big dream for me to continue to grow my ASEA business to help those people over there. I just love it. I love being there. I love watching the houses being built and watch lives being changed, exactly as we do with the ASEA business, seeing people's lives changed, both health-wise and financially as well. It's a great joy to, be able to sow into other people's lives and to be able to help them. Ultimately, I think it's the greatest thing we can do is to impact and help other people. I think so anyway. The second thing that Rhonda wanted me to touch on was something that I think is, how can I say this nicely? It's not well promoted within ASEA by the associates generally. And it's something that I've learnt that is so important over the 29 years now that I've been in the networking industry. And that is the power of building a business under the influence of a dream. And a lot of people struggle with this. We're not taught this in school. We're taught to work hard, get a job, be secure. And, that just doesn't work. Those days are gone. The days of that being effective to produce financial freedom. If it works for maybe 0.005 or something very small percentage of the population. For the masses, that's not a ticket to freedom. And one of the things that I've watched in the years that I've been in the industry and watched different people that have had success, is the people that build the business under the influence of a dream, a passion, find the business a lot easier than those that build the business under the influence of work. And a lot of the great authors speak to this. Tony Robbins talks about, pain and pleasure. A lot of the authors talk about, fear and dream. And the thing is that we will get whatever we focus on. If you focus on the fear, wherever your thoughts go, energy flows and you'll get more of it. So if you're scared, and we're all scared, we all have fears, we all have doubts, we all pull up short, we all, don't think enough of ourselves. But if you focus on that, if you're focusing all the time on your fear, then you'll end up with more fear and you'll be choked. You won't be able to move forward. If you learn to live under the influence of a dream, designing a life, Bob Proctor talks about it, design a life in your mind. Says if you can hold it in your head, you can hold it in your hand. Absolutely true. If you can hold the vision, if you can hold the dream, the picture of a movie in your mind of the life that you want to have, you can have it. And I'm living proof of that. 5.5 years ago, when I started my journey with ASEA, February 2016, at the end of 2015, I couldn't even afford to buy the boys' presents, my little boys' presents. I was 130,000 behind zero. So, there's very few people that will start an ASEA journey, in a worse position than I did. And, so it's been totally transformed, in part because of the gift of ASEA. It's unique. It's a category creator. But then if it's that significant, why doesn't everybody build the business? And I think the reason people struggle is they don't think about a dream enough. They don't think about the life and design the life they want to have. I spend a part of every single day working on this. I have done for years and years and years now. Spend a part of every single day dream building. I'm on the internet. I'm looking to create a life. I'm thinking about where to from here. Even though I'm not a young man anymore, I still believe I have a lot to give and a lot yet to offer. And so it really depends how far I go from here. It really depends on the size of the dreams that I create. And dreams often scare people. Well, they're meant to. You don't set a dream that's easy. You set a dream that's out there, and you have progressive dreams. You have small dreams. So if you're starting off, you don't want to dream about, owning a Ferrari if you're just starting a journey. About 6 months ago, before I left Australia, I was clearing through all my stuff, and I found my early list of little dreams that I wanted when I started. And it was things like, buying a new suit, buying a new pair of black shoes, buying some shirts. And I know people find that funny these days, but, a pair of sunglasses, things that I couldn't afford then. And I set goals, when I get to director 300, this is what I'm going to do. This is the reward. They were little dreams, but they were stepping stones to bigger dreams. And then I had other dreams. I had another dream that when I got to silver, I would be able to build my ASEA business full time. Now, not everybody can do that. Please don't take that as gospel for you, because everybody's going to be different. But for me, and because I had pruned all my expenses down, at silver, that was my dream, was to build full time. On the journey back to financial freedom, one of my ultimate dreams was to be free. And I don't think there's anything greater than having financial and economic liberty, and the liberty to be able to do what you want when you want. And the gift of ASEA is to give you the time to enjoy the money to enjoy the time. But of course, freedom, you've heard this before, freedom's not free. It comes with hard work. It comes with a price tag. Everybody wants it, but you're going to have to put some effort in to get it. But you've got to be able to visualize and feel that dream, what it's like to be free, what it's like to not have to answer to anybody else, to be able to go where you want. It's one of the reasons I've left Australia at the moment, because I didn't feel free there. I wasn't allowed to travel. You can't go here, you can't go interstate. And I'm not good at being told what to do. It's probably why I needed to end up in a business like ASEA. I'm not very good at being told what to do. I like to run my own ship and my own business and have my own freedoms. So look, the power of the dream is essential. One of the greatest networkers that's ever lived, a man called Dexter Yeager, probably the greatest networker the world's ever seen. And interesting story, he started his journey as a truck driver with a stutter. And can you imagine that he would end up being the greatest networker the world's ever seen? Totally transformed himself, his life, his family's life, left an enormous legacy for his children, grandchildren, future generations. And he used to say things like, when the dream is big enough, the facts don't count. And when the dream is big enough, the fears don't count. Doesn't mean they're not there, just that they don't count. You get through them, you get over them, under them, around them when the dream's big enough. It's a little bit like the significance of a dream for us is probably the same as a professional soccer player getting on the field without any goalposts. There's no point. It doesn't make any sense. Then you're just going around and round in circles, doing the work. But until you get a target, a vision, a dream, a platform, something that's emotional for you, it's not going to drive you forward very, very fast. The logic of ASEA being a great product, and it is great technology, and it is years ahead of its time, and it is a category creator, and it is heavily protected by patents, yes. No competitor, yes. It's all logical. You won't build a business like this on logic. If it was, every ASEA associate would be past diamond by now. It's incredible technology, but it's emotion behind it that builds a business. We're a people business. People move products. Products don't move people. Doesn't matter how good the product is, it doesn't move itself. It needs to be explained, needs to be communicated. We are a business of people. Our business essentially is growing people, developing people, helping people to realize their dreams, find a dream, work on your dream, look for a dream, source a dream, think about a dream, work a dream, emotionalize yourself every day, saturate your mind with a dream, a vision. We have an unlimited income opportunity. Unlimited. The ceiling of income has not been reached. It's unlimited. There's no ceiling on the income that we can earn. The only ceiling that we have is that we impose on ourselves by the dreams that we have. So the other thing Dexter used to talk about was he was asked one time, when you build a business like this, he was asked, what are the 10 most important qualities or things that you need to build a big business like this? And he said, number 1 is the dream. Number 2 is the dream. Number 3 is the dream. Number 4 is the dream. Number 5 is the dream. Number 6 is the dream. Number 7 is the dream. Number 8 is the dream. 9 is the dream. 10 is the dream. Now, that's the world's greatest networker. And that's not me. That's the world's greatest networker. But the important thing for us is to learn from people that have gone before us, that have figured this out, unlocked the doors, learn from their experience, learn from what they've done as to what they've done to create a huge business. So the business that I have is as a result of the dreams that I have grown, progressed, and I continue to do that. I continue to dream bigger. The biggest challenge for all of us, including Mal Sword, is getting into a comfort zone. And you can get into a comfort zone at $5,000 a month. You can get into a comfort zone at $10,000 a month, or pounds or euros. You can get into a comfort zone at $50,000 a month or euros a month, at 80,000 euros a month, 100,000 euros a month, or 200,000 euros a month. We're all prone to getting in a comfort zone. And that's a dangerous place to be, because when you get into a comfort zone, by nature, you're going backwards. You're not going forwards. And one of the other keys about building a business like ours is to stay uncomfortable, keep moving around, make yourself uncomfortable and change things. But the power of the dream is absolutely vital. And I spend a part of every single day. And it's the one thing that I coach people on the most. And it's the one thing I see that's taught the least. It's not about the how. People think it's about the how. Well, it's not about the how. If you line up the top 30 ASEA associates in the world, every one of them is going to have a slightly different way of building it. And then people get confused. So because Mel said this, and then Denny said this, and then Danny said that, and well, I do it a bit this way. No, you build this on the power of your own dream. The how is kind of irrelevant. When the reason's big enough, when the dream's big enough, you'll figure a way through, around, under. You'll do it. You'll just do whatever it takes. One of my guys that's coming through the ranks now will be diamond next year. Absolutely, he'll be diamond next year. I registered them about 3 years ago, 2017, and he kind of did nothing for a few years. He was doing other things, and it wasn't really his time. And he started about 3 months ago. They're pretty close to silver already. And one of the things he said years ago, he said, there are three groups of people that come to a business like this. The first group comes and they kind of say, you know what, I'll give it a go. I'll give it a shot. And, they'll just, they'll never go anywhere like that. You can't build a business like this doing like that. And the second group says, I'll do my best. And that's still probably not going to be good enough. And the third category is those that do whatever it takes. And it's that category that you'll find the Trish Swenklers of the world, the Nita Robinsons of the world, the Danny Doyles of the world, the Leland Ducks of the world, the Terry Lathams. They're the ones that will do whatever it takes. I mean, it's easy, not easy, but they've got a reason, a passion, a burn, a dream, something that moves them to be able to build a business like this against the volume of negativity that we have to deal with to build a business. The negativity is there. The doubt, the naysayers are there. It's our ability to move through those that helps us to grow a large organization. And if you say, well, what helps us do that? It's the power of our dream. It's the power of our desire to want to build a business like this. And those are really the keys. I've probably taken up all my time and then
no, it's fine, totally fine. Please continue.
No, so that's kind of really the message that I just wanted to share with people is, you have to, dream build every single day. Start dream building, creating an image in your mind of, the life that you want to have and the dreams that you can have. And of course, sometimes it's to do with belief. You have to work on your belief because, so many of us look at other people and say, well, it's all right for Terry Latham. It's all right for Trish. It's all right for them. But these people have had to do a lot of work on themselves, on their belief. I had zero belief when I started. I had zero belief in Mal. I'd lost everything. I'd gone through a second divorce. I'd lost my home. I'd lost my best friend. I had to go bankrupt. So, my belief was zero. So how was I ever going to think, I think I can get into this ASEA thing and get to, triple dipple anything. I didn't believe anything like that. My first goal was to, maybe I can earn $100 a week. That was my first goal. I wanted to earn just $100 a week. And I thought, what, if I can earn 100, maybe I can earn 250. And if I can, little baby steps, and if I can earn 250, 1,000 a month, maybe I can go on from there. Maybe I can just build it. I couldn't see any further than that because I was damaged. And so, but I knew that. I recognized that I was the problem. And so I went after the problem. That was me. I had to fix me. I didn't have to fix the world. I knew the world was going to respond the way it responds. The world's the world, whether it's in France, whether it's in Australia, whether it's, every market's pretty much the same. People are the same the world over. Our business is working with people, and they don't change. People are interesting, very interesting. I mean, most of them are pretty good. Most of them are good. The late Jim Rohn used to say, there's only 9 or 10 really mean, miserable, nasty people in the whole world. He said, now they move around a bit. They move out of Australia and they come over here and they move around a bit. But, most people are pretty good. the biggest challenge in our business, the biggest thing that we have to get over as ASEA associates is dealing with rejection. And once you get that, you're home and hosed. And it's really to understand they're not rejecting you, they're rejecting an opportunity. And I kind of think, okay, well, what are you going to do? You know, if you're not going to build this to financial freedom, what do you got? Well, they don't have a plan. They don't have anything. They're good at criticizing everything, but they don't have a plan. And then people say, well, what are my chances of succeeding financially without their business with ASEA? I said, well, wrong question. What are your chances of succeeding without it? They got nothing going. I said, what are your chances of succeeding without it? At least we've got proof here that you can succeed. We've got so many people now that are succeeding. You know, it's not on trial. We do have an incredible technology, incredible product, no competitor. I mean, for a network marketer, seasoned network marketer like me, this is a dream come true. This is heaven on a stick. This is unbelievable to have this opportunity. And, you know, I just, you know, more and more people are going to understand the significance of the business, the integrity of the founders and the opportunity we have. But you still got to understand it's people business, still about finding people. And, you know, of course, you attract who you are. So, you know, if you're vibrating on low energy, you're going to attract people like that. If you're negative, you'll attract negative people. If you're excited, energetic, upbeat, enthused, you attract those people. You know, a monkey produces a monkey, rabbit produces a rabbit, a leader will produce a leader. And you can look at your organization and say, well, it's a reflection of who we are, like it or not. In the early stages, I didn't like it, but it was a reflection of me. And in the early stages, I was, you know, enrolling a lot of what I call wounded warriors. You know, we were all beaten up, damaged, and, you know, but a lot of them today are diamonds, triple diamonds. And, you know, we made it through because we grew through. We took ourselves on and we created dreams and visions and belief, and together collectively with the leaders, we forged a path here. This isn't about me. This is about, you know, the people that have worked with me and together as a team, friends, and people have become close friends. We have a common vision, wanting something more out of life, opportunity to be free. And I just kind of coach them a little bit, help people a little bit. But it's the biggest thing of the business like ours, you've got to find a dream. People say, I can't find one. Well, you better find one, better look, better think. Something people don't like to do is think. You know, think. You know, think. Dexter used to say, firstly, you got to teach people how to think, and then you got to teach them how to think properly. But think, you know, create it in your mind. If you can hold it in your head, you can hold it in your hand. You can. I'm living proof of that. Like a lot of the leaders, we're no different to anybody else. Just kind of figured out what do we want, what are we prepared to fight for, and then create a plan to get it. It's not that complicated. It's not. I'm a very simple thinker, really, but I can tell you that the big key is, you know, find a dream, find something you want passionately, and go after it. And you can have it with ASEA. It's there.
Very good.
I'm sure I must be done now.
Yes, very good, Malcolm, for your sharing. Because yeah, you know, personally, I so far haven't really you know, meet you and discuss with you. So according through your speech and through your story sharing, you know, I personally, you know, firstly, I really, you know, touched by your personal story. You know, I fully agree with you. Life can be changed when you meet some event suddenly happened in your life. So this could be really a starting point before turning to something very interesting, useful for continuing your life. So your story in Tanzania is very much touched me a lot. And secondly, I noted also myself many sentences from you, you see. So from what I noted, I noted really, I like this sentence. If you are only focused on the fields, nothing can be really successfully get done. So if your dream is big enough and the field is gone. So I like very much this sentence, and I think really it is true. If we are encouraged by our dreams, if we are encouraged by the goal that we are setting, even though the goal could be very small in the beginning, but this will motivate us to keep going up. So this is really absolutely, I'm totally on the same page with you. Learn from people who have experience is something also for me very true. Like, even my parents today still, they are talking to me, don't do the same area that we did in the past. So we are, many things we have already done in the past. So we are experienced enough to teach you to not do the same wrong things as us. So by thinking even something very simple like us, you see, it opened up a door as huge enough when we think considering the network marketing, because we are talking to people coming from everywhere. We are talking to people coming from every level of the society. So everyone is our teacher. So
Exactly.
really, I thank you so much for what you are sharing, and please keep our dreams, big one, small one, or huge one. But still, we need dreaming, need to dream to make our life successful and interesting. Again, so thank you so much, Mao, for your time.
My
And
pleasure.
I know that you are hopefully in France, so I'm just looking forward to meeting you again in the near future.
Lovely. Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting me too. Thanks. Please say thank you to Rhonda for inviting me. Thank you for hosting, and look forward to catching up with a lot of you over the coming months, and at some of the events. Hopefully, we can get back to live events sometime in 2022. So it'd be great. So I'll look forward to catching up with a lot of you now that I'm in Europe. So, but thank you very much, Chloe. Thank you for hosting, and I hope it was helpful. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much for all the attendees. So please take much care of you. So see you soon. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.